From our time in Arkansas, we took a day to travel 1.5 hours away to Eureka Springs. But first we play on Dixon Street, where on April 18, 1863, the Battle of Fayetteville was fought. This whole area was once razed by war. We stopped into a few pubs, and I asked about any haunted occasions, seen or heard, and everyone implied about the feeling of being watched, followed, items being moved, faces seen in a mirror, person there, and then disappears, and the sounds of battles, screaming, yelling in the distance of many men. These streets are said to be haunted by long-lost Civil War soldiers, continuously walking along the battlefields. The war never ending for them. The streets were quiet, and the people were friendly. There was a feeling of being watched and followed at times. When we return, I would love to go visit the battlefield and walk amongst the echoes.
Now you're going downhill, so you gotta press the brake. Press the brake. Oh my God.
A story connected to this area as we drive is from after the Civil War. A sighting of the Ozark black howler, or devil cat. Its howl not unlike any other animal known to this region, likened to the screams of a woman. Here are some animal screams of the red fox. Raccoons fighting. The Fisher cat. And the bull elk. I will link below the scream of the Ozark howler below. Or alas, it could be the Scottish urban legend, also known to this region as a mythological hound, called the harbinger of death. Like the Grim Reaper, if you hear the bays of the harbinger, get to safety before the third, or else you'll be overcome with fear and perish. Hunters hear something like an elk beat, but deeper, guttural, the shaggy form having glowing red eyes, and emitting a creepy, howling sound. Our first stop is the historic and haunted Crescent Hotel and Spa, built in 1886 at a cost of $294,000. Special wagons were constructed to transport the huge pieces of limestone from a quarry site on the White River. To aid in the precision necessary to cut and fit the stone, a specialist was brought in to assist. The walls were built 18 inches thick. filled with mortar to withstand the forces of time and retain its original beauty for many years. And it has. Lighted with Edison lamps, electric bells, heated with steam and open gates, a hydraulic elevator, truly a magnificent showplace known as the Grand Old Lady of the Ozarks. The history of the Crescent is the history of Eureka Springs because of the 60 springs babbling up of healing waters. The first to arrive in 1854 was pioneer Dr. Alva Jackson, visiting the Basin Spring, and after medicating his young son's eye with the healing spring water, the eye healed, and Dr. Jackson began using the water in his practice. During the Civil War, Dr. Jackson worked both sides. After the war, he invited Judge L.B. Saunders to seek relief from a sore leg with the healing waters. Within 2 months, his leg was healed. Judge Saunders shared his healing miracle with many, and Eureka Springs became a settlement. In 1902, the hotel was leased to the Frisco Railroad for 5 years, where then Crescent College opened for women until 1934. In 1937, a Norman Baker purchased the hotel, remodeling the hotel into the Baker Cancer Clinic. Mr. Baker invented the Calliophone, promoter of the Madame Tangley show, also claiming to have the cure for cancer, referring to the Crescent as the castle in the air. His treatment held no significance in the medical field and taught what cancer treatment should not entail. In 1940, he was jailed for mail fraud. During Mr. Baker's remodel, the Crescent was left lavender, and he had installed an escape route from his office through a hidden staircase. In 1946, the Crescent acquired 4 new owners: a Herbert A. Byfield, John R. Constantine, Dwight O. Nichols, and Herbert E. Shutter. The hotel was restored, and vacation trips with the railroad brought new tourists. Many political elite visited the hotel for vacations, gala openings, and honeymoons. In 1967, a bad wiring fire raged through the penthouse floor and most of the 4th floor. In 1970, only one owner remained, and the hotel was turned over to Resort Enterprises, then sold in 1972 to Crescent Heights Developments, with the purpose of restoring the Crescent to its former glory, modernizing the facilities. This is also when the supernatural occurrences began to be reported, now known as America's most haunted hotel. In 1980, a new partner, Riverview Management of Arkansas, joined, and in 1985, Willie Nelson played here to a sold-out crowd. Then Governor Bill Clinton spoke at an annual chamber banquet, where once again the place sold in 1987 to Wichita, Kansas Federal Savings and Loan. And they sold the hotel to current owners Marty and Elise Rugnick in 1997, announcing returning the Crescent to its second golden era by 2000 and renovating the hotel in phases to share the past visitors and guests alike. One haunting of the Crescent Hotel is of Michael, a red-headed stonemason who worked on the hotel in 1885. While working on the roof, he fell to the second floor, now room 218. A mischievous spirit, he likes to play tricks with lights, opening and shutting doors and turning on and off the television. He pounds on the walls. He brings visions of hands coming out of the mirrors, cries of someone falling, guests shaken in the middle of the night, one guest running from the room screaming there was blood all over the walls. From the time of the Baker's Cancer Hospital, a nurse dressed in white pushes a gurney late at night down the third floor hallway. The sounds of squeaks and rattles, now known as the morgue with autopsy table and walk-in freezer. The laundry also is housed on the third floor, and washers and dryers are known to turn on by themselves. Greedy Dr. Baker has been seen as a confused apparition in the old recreation room in the basement and at the foot of the first floor staircase. Theodora, seen often in room 419, will show herself to you as a cancer patient and vanish. A gentleman dressed in old Victorian clothing with top hat, mustache, and beard, often seen in the bottom of the stairway and sitting at the bar. Many have tried enticing him into conversation, but he only looks to you as he disappears. A former waitress spotted a bride and groom in the dining room's huge mirror. The groom made eye contact with her before fading away. Tables and chairs will be moved, menus scattered, pots and pans heard falling in the kitchen. A young girl seen falling from the balcony of her college room, her screams often heard piercing the night. More haunted rooms include 202 and 424, and a ghostly waiter carrying a tray of food in the hallways.
Welcome scooting.
A soft purring sound has been captured on EVP audio. A pet-friendly hotel, many cats have come and gone from the hotel, and all are welcome. We have traveled to Eureka Springs here in Arkansas in the Ozarks. Eureka, made popular by the cold springs, healing springs that are around here. Crescent Hotel here was built in 1886. It's been a hotel, a hospital, and it has stood the test of time. It is haunted by the patients of the hotel, by the hospital, and even a hotel cat. Apparitions are seen here, as well as you will feel someone sit beside you on your hotel bed, couch, or someone will just follow you around for a while. Here in the distance, we see Christo's statue of Arkansas, known as Christ of the Ozarks. Built and completed in 1966 atop Magnetic Mountain by a Gerald L. K. Smith, a controversial minister who ran for president 3 times, now buried on the grounds of a sacred project, standing 65.5 feet tall. Also, a 4,100-seat amphitheater, an annual site of the outdoor performance of the Great Passion Play.
Ow.
Make a wish.